Oh, yeah, you can go ahead. I just got to add my IG.
So are you trying to get started in wholesale real estate? Well, today you're in the right place. Here we answer all your questions about how to get started, what you need to be doing, how to talk to sellers, how to deal with buyers, how to deal with attorneys' offices, and how to close the deal. Right? So any questions you got, I got my guy Ty, I got my guy, the cleaner of the cleanest, Cordero. He going back to the barbershop this weekend to go ahead and clean up again. You know what I'm saying? So, he go for the weekly, you know what I'm saying? The weekly cut. I think I go like probably every 3 to 6 months. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How often do you go to the barbershop, Ty?
Like once every 2 months, maybe once a month. It just depends on what I got going on. I wear a do rag a lot, so if I got my do rag on,
Say to hold
I
it
just
down.
dug it out with the do rag.
I know Cordero got to hit his once a week. He go ahead and get that thing fresh, squared away. You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
thing. I be hitting them. I got the edgers. I just go touch it up.
Yeah,
I'm
I got the
hitting.
edges too. So my edges, give me a
I
couple
look.
more weeks.
I'm make a cut last. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
You make a cut last.
Get the cut. Then when it start to grow back in, line it up how you want it. It look like a whole new cut. Byron be like, man, Cordero with the fresh cut. I'm like, okay.
He's
But
working.
I'll take it. I'll take
I,
it.
I can't even fade myself out. You know what I mean? I can just line myself back up. That's one thing I can do. I will do. I might come
Yeah.
back next week with a lineup.
Yeah. Shoot, yeah. But shoot, man, we all know what time it is. It's Tie Friday, Mr. Tie, Cash Flow Tie. Man, if you haven't been on here when Ty on here, man, you already know Ty coming with he coming with the hammer, man. So, Ty, what's been going on, man?
What's going on, man? I appreciate y'all guys having me again. Hey, another Friday. So I appreciate that. Love it when I can get here. One of my favorite days of the week. Be able to come here and kick it with you guys. So
Yeah,
appreciate it.
man. But it's one of the favorite days of the week, man. But definitely one of the saddest days of the week for me, kinda, because it's like, man, the work week coming to an end. But in reality, we know what's gonna happen on Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Lee's gonna come in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They love to come in on the weekend, but I just feel sad about Friday because it's like so much stuff that I feel like I should have done that didn't get done. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got tomorrow to get it done, because most people close and stuff like that. But we'll see what come in this weekend, man. And shoot, I'm excited about what we about to do, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We getting the first deal guarantee program kicked off, man. So we starting that, and man, we finna be, dude, finna have to turn up. You know what I'm saying? Cordero about to hit that star in Mario out there, bug. You know what I'm saying? You know how you hit that star and just go run everything out this thing. Cordero finna really start slapping some sellers, man.
Yeah.
Give me your house.
Another thing, but I tell you one thing for sure, is like I ain't gonna play around. If they ain't talking about nothing, they ain't talking about nothing. Whereas before, if they ain't talking about nothing, I'm gonna have a conversation just for the sake of having a conversation and showing them, maybe plant a seed. If they get a real realization, come back, or if they talking crazy, I don't know, try to let's reason. Let's get to the heart of the matter here, Mr. Seller. You telling me the ARV is 250, but because your house has a blue doorknob, it's worth 350, and no other house on the block has the blue doorknob. That's what you're telling me? None of that. They talking crazy. I'm like, so Mr. Seller, how much you want for the house? Oh, I want $1 million. Click, click, do. That's the end of that. Because at that time, we got too many leads. If you got too many leads, it's just like, man, I need to be talking to people who talking about something. Anybody else who not, they on the follow up. They on the follow up.
Yep.
For real,
Yeah,
man.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. So, man, we excited about getting started with that. Look who we got back, man. our guy, Mr. Phil Banks, man. Phil
Thanks.
Banks. Appreciate you
Banks.
coming through, man. You
Oh,
know, Phil do photography, man. Phil do
Yeah,
photography. I follow him on IG. He got good stuff, man.
Oh, okay.
Dude, you need some pictures taken. Go hit up Phil Banks. He got good stuff. I don't know if he's in your area or not, but if you need any pictures taken, he got good stuff, man. So,
Got you.
you know, just letting
Yeah.
you know. And
Hey,
then we got our guy Rich coming.
Phil's Instagram?
Phil
drop
Instagram. I think
your
he
IG,
just looked
man.
Phil Banks.
Yeah,
Phil,
drop
drop
the
your IG. Drop your IG, Phil. We want to give you a shout out, man. I checked out your stuff. Looks really good. So definitely want to give you a shout out. So Rich up in the building. What's going on, Rich, man? You know, Rich, stay rich.
Yeah.
Byron gonna have me paint doorknobs blue now. No, dude. No, dude. We ain't painting no doorknobs blue, man. We're gonna leave that alone. We just, keep it basic, keep it in the road. So
Yeah.
but yeah, man. So
What's up with
I'm
that deal that y'all had did? The one that you did with Jaden.
you said what? Say again?
That did fresh deals y'all just did. It just got Jaden his first deal.
Oh yeah, Jaden first deal, man. We
We
gotta
haven't
get
got
Jaden on, man.
to talk about it yet, man. We'll give everybody the rundown
Yeah.
when we get along.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta get Jaden on, man. Let him talk about it. Let him go kind of, I'm
Break
pretty
it
sure he
down.
went through
Tell
like
him
a
that whole process, how he, linked up with you guys and got
yeah,
to be able to get that big bag, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I think Jaden go. I'm pretty sure Jaden probably went through a range of emotions. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be interesting to know what he was thinking, what he
Yeah.
was going through, what he thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you know. But anyway, yeah, man. So Jaden first deal, that was big. But man, we kind of been doing things. We kind of I don't say doing things different, but we kind of been adding to our bag lately. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know what Cordero even think about this, but it's like, dude, it's like people talk novations, right? But people also talk MLS listing. That's two different things, right? Is it two different things, or is it one and the same, or what? What you think, Ty? What you think, Cordero?
It's confusing for me because like when I'm still
Exactly.
trying to understand it. Like
Yeah.
when somebody say they list, they're not a real estate agent and they list someone's property. In my mind, I'd be thinking, oh, okay, you did a novation type thing, but they just listed the property. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying,
Dude, we talked about. I've said this like 7,000 times already. Okay, a
Hey, I took special ed when I was in high school. You gotta tell me the way that I could understand.
a novation is like the counterpart to an assignment. So it's just a technical form of what you do with the contract. An assignment, I assign my position in the contract. A novation means same thing. We got a contract. Me and Ty got a contract. I find a new buyer, Byron, and instead of assigning my position, I just rip up the contract and make a new contract with Byron and Ty. That's all a novation is. It has nothing. We associate because they keep talking about it online. It's the hot thing. List the property on the market, novation. We associate the term novation with listing it, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to list it for it to be a novation. Novation only describes what you do with the contract. It's the opposite of an assignment, the counterpart, right? So it's technically two different things. And I bring up the prime example. I don't know if you was there with us that day, Ty, when Dwayne was explaining, Dwayne, big dog, king of novation, he probably hasn't done one novation at all. He technically hasn't done a single novation. He lists all of the properties that he's been listing. He lists about 80 to 90% of his properties, but he just gets it handled. The closing attorney just handles it how they handle it. But ultimately, the point of the novation is that what I just described. So those two things we think that those things go hand in hand. Like one is the other, no, or they're interchangeable terms, like listing it or doing a novation. No, they're not. So what we do when we're listing these properties, like we got a property right now in, oh, dude, that's what I was trying to call you about earlier too, Byron. I'm gonna let you know about that. That's something. But we got a property right now, the Winder property. Paul called me.
Yeah.
But I'll let you know. But we got a property right now we're working on, and we're listing it. We're gonna clean it up. We're gonna get it ready, market ready, take some pictures, or that's what we intend to do at least. And we could find a buyer on the market. We might not novate it. We might not know. We might just double close on it. The novation describes the portion of what do you do with the contract that you currently have when you find a new buyer. How do you put yourself in position to get paid? That's all it describes.
So MLS listing could turn into a novation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it could turn into an assignment. An MLS listing could turn into an assignment, could turn into a double close.
Yeah, for sure. So, but yeah, I like me and Cordero talked about this. I can't remember when, but we was hard on this Sean Terry. Like Sean Terry saying, you know, about listing every property. It was like, man, that's the way to go. You know what I'm saying? We kept talking about that, and lately we've been seeing more and more of it. Like, hold on, let's list this property. Hold on, let's try to list this. Cordero was telling me about the property in Florida that they had. He was like,
I was thinking that from the get-go, but she was like saying urgency. It was time, a matter of time. I was like, yeah, we can still list it, but I'm like, time is the big thing for her. And I'm not familiar with that market. I was just trying to find a buyer, get in and get out. But now she's having some title issues that might or might not prolong the process. I'm like, because if you need more time anyway, I might say, hey, listen, if these issues come up with the title, and truly and honestly, the best way to resolve those things might require us to find a newer, better buyer. We might need to do that. We are already locked up with a buyer, but I'm like, I might have to hit her with like, hey, man, this is how we can, and we can get access to the property, but this is how we can solve the problem. If a problem really come up, this is how we can solve it. We're going to have to list it. Yeah. And you know what? The one thing that I know for a fact, this stuff is like steroids.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't care nothing about what was that big dispositions platform where you find buyers? Investor Lift. And I know the new one that they got with I Speak to Lead
or something like that. Deal Speed or something.
Deal Speed or something like that. That don't got nothing. I guarantee you that don't got nothing with listing it on the MLS. This stuff is crazy. We getting stuff off in the hood.
Yeah.
We get stuff in the country, in the middle of nowhere. We get stuff off.
They beating it up.
And they are fighting over. They're fist fighting over it. They're trying to stake it. It's got its own challenges, honestly. Now you got to deal with these trash real estate agents. I mean, and I don't mean to say that.
Hey, explain that part. Yeah, get on to that one. I'm trying to understand when you say trash real estate agents. What's going on with that?
Well, your boy can probably tell you better, but I just want to preface it with this. Not all real estate agents are created equal, and a lot of them are like our best friend. Like good real estate agent that's investor minded, they will be very helpful to the process. Because I got another example where the guy really helped us out. And so, but we had been dealing with a couple trash real estate agents. Byron, what are some of the experiences you've had with the agents that I think you would consider?
And when you say real estate agent, you saying the real estate agents y'all are using to
the buyer's agent
on the other side.
Yeah, on the other side.
So when you have these property listed, there's agents that call you, and just the level of disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
Plain and simple, disrespect.
The level of disrespect. It's like these agents, they feel like they're hired, that somehow there's some type of caste system of real estate, and the agents sit way up here at the top. and hey, and whoever you are, you are way down here. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not an agent. So, um, even though like most time with wholesaling, we deal with a lot more than a lot of agents when it comes to how creative deals have to, at least in our arena. Like you stepping into my arena. You know what I'm saying? Like this is
Yeah.
what we do. You know what I'm saying? It's like handling these type of transactions where it's cash, it's as is, it's like we dealing with these sellers that's in these houses and they might have this going, that going on. They got drama, they got tax liens, they got title issues, they got probate situations, they got all this different stuff going on. It's like this is what we do. Like we do this over and over every day. Like Cordero's dealing with sellers every day. They got problems. You know what I'm saying?
You don't do nothing but, hi Susie, you want to buy your next house? Let's get a mortgage in play, like a 30-year dude. We talking about cash transactions on problems. That's it.
Yeah.
We're talking about transacting problems here. All you do is do perfect deals. And you don't do nothing that your real estate broker can't get paid off of because they got a system where they pimping out the real estate agents and they convince the broker will convince the team below them that's like, you can't do that because that's wrong. When in reality, you mean, well, I ain't gonna get paid for that, so you can't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
that's translation for that.
there's a real estate agent called said, listen, Byron, let the professionals handle it.
Oh man.
Hey, that eats you every time I hear it. Every time I hear it, because I can just hear it say like you.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I just stayed cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I could have ate it up, but
Hey, that's hilarious, man. That take me back to a property we
He
had.
could have ate her up.
We had a property. We had a property a couple months ago where, like we knew. So we had an agent had sent us a property, and when the agent sent the property, we knew off the rip that whoever's on the other end was probably a wholesaler that probably had an agent list the property for him or something like that. We could just tell that they were gonna do like a double close or something. The way the wording, and I was like, I bet you that's a wholesale on the other end. She's like, well, in our business of real estate, like like we ain't in the same business or something. Like
Yeah.
she was saying all kind of crazy stuff, man. Like I'm talking about all kind of crazy stuff, and everything that she thought, everything that she was trying to say, that I was telling her this is probably this. It ended up being what it was. I was like, yeah, I know that's what it's gonna be because I've been doing this. This is what I've been doing. Like used
Yeah.
to everything going traditionally, but when you trying to wholesale a deal and you got an agent involved, I already know what's going on between that on the other end. That there's a wholesaler and he got an agent involved, and you're talking to the agent, and he's, you know what I'm saying? So,
And if there, and she probably didn't know that, and that say a lot about her. If she's an agent working with a wholesaler and she doesn't realize it, she brand new. Because I remember when I first started, I was going to like showings and stuff, and I remember we was walking around. There's this one agent, he kept showing us properties, and we didn't have no idea what we was doing. He didn't have no idea what he was doing. So I looking back on it like, bro, I'm looking for a wholesale deal, and he's trying to show me like market ready, like nowhere near a deal. But it taught me a lot about like how to identify. Like we was new wholesalers, he was a new real estate agent. He didn't know that we wasn't like his. He didn't know to put two and two together. But I say sometimes you gotta show people grace. You know what I mean? You gotta show people grace. And I've gotten to a point where I just lead with that. If I'm calling a real estate agent, I'm not going, hey, I'm a wholesaler. I'm a wholesaler and I do deals. I'm in the business and I provide value. This is what I'm trying to do. Can you help me? Do you work with wholesalers? I'm not beating around the bush. I'm not trying to say none of that, yada, yada, yada. Because one thing I realize is kind of just like qualifying the seller, you got to qualify the buyers. You got to qualify the agents you work with. You got to qualify the title companies. You got to qualify all these people to say, like, hold on, let me test you out. See how your brain work. Real talk. Like, you know, say, let me see what your character is, because now once we agree on something and move forward, tell me this ain't true. Once let's say you meet a buyer or you meet a new title company in a new place, or a real estate agent, from that point on to the end of the deal, you got to work closely with that person. And if anything goes wrong, you got to count on that person to work together, to work with you. We all got to be moving in the same direction. Me, you, the seller, the whoever, the title company, the attorney, the real estate agent. And so if that person already working against you, then it's just like, man, they gonna make the whole process way harder than it gotta be.
Yeah.
So I gotta test to see, okay, can you even, you know what I mean? I don't want to be, I tell you, I got this deal and I'm trying to get locked up, and then you're an agent and you think you better than me and you trying to go behind me to the seller to cut me out the deal the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, because you're just so much smarter than me and you so much smarter than everybody. Got
Yeah,
it.
that's what so that's what the agent was kind of trying to do. He was trying to they was like they basically was trying to get to the agent. They was trying to get anybody except me. You know what I'm saying? It was like I need to talk to the agent. I need to talk to the property owner. It's like, dude, no, you don't.
Yeah.
But she was like, there's got to be an agent involved. It has to be an agent. It's like, there don't have to be an agent in order to have a real estate transaction. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, how do you? So that's good that you brought that up. How do you? Because people are gonna run into that if they're trying to do what we're talking about doing, or you talking about doing. That's the thing I think gonna be the hurdle for people when they do it and they get involved and when they come into it with an agent like that. That's like, oh no, you can't do this, or this is illegal, or this is. I have to talk to the seller of the house. Like I can't be talking to you. Like I need to talk to another agent. One of the two. Like how do you? What's some good ways you get past that? What's some good ways you can get around that to
Like,
still get the deal done?
Well, I just told her, like, hey, this is what I told her. I just said, hey, it doesn't have to be an agent involved to get the deal done. This is a for sale by owner. And I'm wholesaling this property. And if you don't want to work with us, you don't have to. We'll go find somebody else who's interested in buying the property.
dude.
Because when, like I tell people all the time, it's like you're gonna have agents that don't want to work with you. You're gonna have them. You can't sit there and try to convince them. You can't sit there and try to, because they know it. They know. They already know. They know it all. They know everything. They are the pros, and you are a peasant. So just when you run into people that act like that, and not all agents act like that, because you know what I'm saying, I deal with some agents all the time that help me do deals, that I do deals with, and all that stuff. But if they gonna act like that, let them go. Let them go. Move on to the next person. Because there's another agent out there who gets it, who understands, who willing to work with you. They all, you know what I'm saying, they ready to wholesale themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'm telling you, that's the name of this business. And you got to understand, we literally took that property down. Byron paid cash money to buy that property.
Yeah.
You're talking to him like, who is this? And who is this? Look, he owned it. Like that's like him selling his own house. And she's like, I can't talk to you about the matters of selling your house. Like what? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like you selling anything that belonged to you. It's crazy.
Silly. But that's another thing too. It's like just like all agents are not the same. All wholesalers are not the same. You know what I'm saying? She was talking to me as if I was just some scrub that you can't buy this house. You know what I'm saying? Like she could say, like she could pull my card and I can't do nothing. Like I don't have the money to buy the house. Oh, you ain't got money to buy the house. You just trying to finesse everybody and make some money. It's like, nah, dude, you're not finna just say something to me and scare me off. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna say something to me, scare me off, and make me run away from the deal, and you do whatever you want to do. Nah, dude. Nah, man. It's
real talk.
They try to scare you off and go to the office, high five everybody like they just told you.
Yeah, exactly.
Real talk. But that's something. That's why I'm saying like it's character. Just at the end of the day, one thing I realize is like in business, in life, in relationships and friendships, if we was just playing a pickup basketball game, I would like, I don't like being around people who got poor character. And that just say a lot about her. That don't say everything about real estate agents. That might not even define her entire brokerage. But that just says something about her poor character. I bet she gets into arguments a lot with a lot of people. I don't even know the lady. That
Dude,
clearly,
if you listen to her, you'd have been like, yeah, she probably do. Because
I'm just saying at the end of the day, she's just one in a sea of many people. That's another reason why if you got the energy, if you got the heart in you, you got a 10x. Because not only do you need to 10x how many sellers you're talking to, that's just something like there's a lot of sellers you got to talk to. That's one thing people don't realize. To find the deal, to get the acquisitions part right, you got to talk to thousands of sellers to get the deal. Likewise, how many buyers do you need to talk to find the right buyer, the perfect buyer? That's why we do things to, you know what I'm saying? That's why we do things these days to make sure that we are getting in front of the right seller, in front of the right buyer. That's why we do PPL, because it's about putting the ad up so that the right seller can come to us. That's why we're trying to list as many properties as we can so we can put the right property up and the right buyer can come to us. But even still, you still got to deal with trash. Either way. So the point I'm making here is it's in business. It's you get to a point where it's just like, it's about being able to screen out a person like this person don't work. I don't even care if this person got the money. She can close the deal. She done came with an offer, but you talking to me crazy? Is the deal even going to come to fruition with this attitude that you got? Like, can we even close on it the way you acting? You acting like you're just as likely to make sure that we don't close as to make sure that we do close. Yeah. And so there are going to be a lot of haters out there just like, dude, do not let that because you got to understand, Byron been doing this for a while. I've been doing this for a little minute. I know Ty been in this for a couple years now at this point.
Cordero, and so you've been doing it for longer than me, man.
Yeah. Cordero.
He the vet in the game, dude.
Y'all some young bucks. You know what I'm saying? These some young dudes. But
hey, speaking of that, it's funny. I was running across a YouTube video and I ran across Cordero with some. I think he had dreads. I was like, that's Cordero right there. Yeah, it was Cordero. I think it was a launch control video.
Yeah,
I was like, that's Cordero right there. That's crazy.
Yeah. I forgot.
I'm gonna go find that one.
It's way back, man. I was like, that's wild.
Yeah, I used to have dreads. Yeah, back in the day.
Because I was like, wait a minute, that's Cordero. It's like,
I be forgetting about that launch control video.
Hey, you ever see the real estate guru?
That guy.
Where he had a dark dreadlocks.
Yeah, not like that, dude. I was just like, no.
Dude, he got to stop doing that, man. I'm like, dude, man, that.
The thing is, he had them dreads, and then he like grew them back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, this is young like, dude, to me. I'm like,
dude, that was bad enough the first time I did.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? You go through them youth phases. But what I was saying is you got to put yourself in the mind of a newer person, a brand new wholesaler who's trying to get in this business, who has a good deal. And then because we had a good deal. We had value. We had the ability to solve their problem. We had everything that we needed to provide value to the whole marketplace. But we ran into one person with an attitude. If you brand new and you run into her, you might think, dang, something wrong with me. You might consider like, dang, maybe I'm in the wrong. The way she talking to me got me second guessing. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. When in reality, it was her. So if you're a brand new person, you wouldn't know. And you run into, I don't want to give her a stereotypical name, but let's say you run into that lady. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like to argue. Keisha, you know what I'm saying? Keisha now. But, and then because I remember when I first got started and they're like, and looking back on it, I'm like, man, that actually, I was in the right in that moment. But I had no perspective to judge. So what we telling you is if we at this level deal with trash individuals, and you run into that, don't second guess yourself. Just stick to the basics and the fundamentals. Are you providing value to the seller? Ultimately, we was providing value to the buyer too. It was just a knucklehead in a way, trying to make sure she controlled the situation. A Karen. A Karen. She was a Karen to the fullest. She was a Karen.
Yeah,
Not a
man.
Keisha, a Karen for sure.
Angry for no reason, man.
Definitely a Karen.
Did she let y'all know how many years she been doing this? She ain't throw that out there.
She didn't let me know that, but she let me know that she was the professional, and I need to listen to the professional. Let the professional handle this. And she told me that, hey, the contract that we have in place is invalid because there's no broker, because there's no agent in this transaction. I need to send you the for sale by owner contract. And I'm like, hold on, man. I done enough deals with this same contract with no agent. So like I like, and I didn't say none of this. You know what I'm saying?
That's big of you.
Not none of that.
What you've done, especially what you're doing. Like sometimes I probably couldn't help myself.
Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her. She said, listen to the professionals now. And she had just told me when she got on the call that she had been working all night. Like, man, I've been working all night. I'm tired, you know, da 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 da. I'm like, hold on. She been working all night. I ain't got nothing else that I like. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you not the professional. I'm the professional. It's like, this is my profession. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You actually do something else. This is my profession. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't, you know, I let her be the professional. You know, I just told her, hey, whatever you need to send us, just send it on over. We'll get it signed and sent back to you. You know what? She never sent a different agreement. She didn't send no different agreement. We still use the invalid contract that she talked about. That hey, you cannot close with that contract unless you got an agent because it's invalid. We still use that same contract.
Oh, absolutely. You know why? You know why that is? Because it wasn't about right and wrong. For some people, they just want to be in control. For some people, they just want to be like assert what they think they know about something, and they want to assert it. And so it's just like, I just need you. That's why diplomacy is such a powerful thing. And it's not always easy to do because off the basis that you just trying to disrespect me for no reason. Like you just trying to run over me. But when you realize it's like, it's about closing the deal. And on a grander picture, it's about the seller need this situation solved. The buyer going to get a new deal. I want everybody to walk away happy. Just because you got somebody who's like trying to, again, being another
bargain at you.
Biting at your ankles, just trying to be another and intentionally disrespecting you.
Intentionally. And then you know what she said after I said that? Because I'm on the phone with her and her assistant. She tell her assistant, hang up the phone on him. Hang up. You know. Ain't nothing else to say to us. Hang up the phone on him. Go ahead and hang up the phone on him. I didn't even say that. I just let them go there. I didn't even break up. I just let them hang up.
Dude, I'm telling you, I said this again. Here's the thing about this. That's not necessary. You understand what I'm saying, Ty? That is not necessary. Once you get to the closing statement, once you get to the closing table, they're going to give you the HUD statements. They're going to be like, okay, here's the original contract. Here's the A to B contract, the B to C contract. The transaction is funded. She disrespected Byron, and we got title insurance. That's not necessary to close the deal. Like, that wasn't a necessary part of it. It's just like, lady, you didn't have to do none of that. Hang up on, like, come on now. Come on. She don't, dude, I'm telling you, it go beyond the business. I just know people that don't like themselves and just be miserable. That's why they say misery love company. She working a second job, ain't closed the deal in a long time, and she just unhappy with herself. And Byron calling her already successful. Yeah, how dare you hang up on him?
That's crazy.
I just played it cool. I took it on the chin, man.
Took it on the chin, man.
Took it on the chin. I ain't even.
Yeah. Man, ego is the enemy, man. You really did that thing on that, man. Dang, because everybody else, I'm serious, like, you know who I am?
Exactly. I could have got him. I could have got him. I could have went ahead and went in on it, but I left it alone. But Phil dropped his IG, but he said, I'm not taking clients at this time, focusing on real estate investing and need to create an Instagram account for that. Well, Phil, man, I'm telling you, man, your photos look nice. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody need photos. He said he's not taking on clients, but hey, if I needed some photos, I at least still holler at him just to make sure. You know what I'm saying? You sure? Right. But anyways, let's get to some of these comments, man. So Jay says, what's up, y'all? Just stopping in, just stopping by. What's up, Jay, man? We know you're going to have to catch up with them Z's before you have to go to work. So Rich says, from my experience in talking to them, I guess he's talking about agents. It seems like a lot of agents don't understand how to come at someone that is wholesaling because they probably thought that the wholesalers are the enemy. They want to make the process harder.
Dude, I went through the class. Just as an FYI, I went through the class. I'm still trying to decide exactly where I'm going to hang my hat, but I went through the class, and they really do. They kind of sprinkle a little bit. What they do is they have rules and like bylaws that you have to follow, and then they also have like what Grant Cardone, he called them sacred cows, like sacred norms in any given industry. Like, oh, you can't do that. It's not a law, but they're just like, well, nobody does that. Nobody, don't do that. That's just what we don't do. It's just like, don't do that now. And one of them is wholesalers are the enemy. That's not a law. That's not a problem. They will both, and I'm dead serious. I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. You could be talking to them, to an agent, an experienced agent, and just be like, wholesalers, you can't trust those wholesalers. You such and such. I'm like, aren't real estate agents, aren't y'all getting like sued and going through a national lawsuit? Yeah. But anyway, those wholesalers are the problem. Like, They'll be like, yeah, it's a couple bad apples spoiled it for everybody. No, I think it's a lot of bad apples, actually. I think it's just like any other business, any other industry, is that there's good people and bad people. But it says something about you as an individual if you get on the horn talking to somebody crazy just because of what you don't even know them. She didn't even know Byron from a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
She don't know Byron if Byron was the pastor at the church or Byron was the number. He just got out of jail and he trying to turn his life around. And she keep talking to Byron crazy. One more time and you're through.
Hey, one more time. I'm gonna give him that East Nashville treatment.
Yeah.
Dude, no, that's your cousin, bro.
That's the cousin. That's the cousin on East Nashville.
Yeah, Byron got a cousin in East Nashville that goes around hitting people with pipes, lead pipes, bricks, hammers. This is not a folklore. That's really Byron's relative, man.
Dude, you wild, man. But my guy Rolex coming through, man. Shout out to Rolex, man. He says, yo, shout out, man. What's up, home team? Happy wholesaler, man. Happy wholesaling. Let's close some deals. We're in the third quarter. Let's go. Hey, let's go, man. My head been down. I ain't even look up to see what quarter it was. I'm like, shoot, I missed halftime, man. So Carl says, hey guys, I've been doing real estate for 32 years. Sheesh, it's a long time. It's all about making connections and respect to get ahead. The haters and BS people don't last. I guess he's saying they don't. We talked about this before. Good people doing business with good people. That's how you do it, man. Because it's business. It's really business to business. You know what I'm saying? You have people trying to establish their different business, establish themselves. And when you connect with good people, it changes everything. You know what I'm saying? Me and Cordero was on the call with Caretha yesterday.
Yeah.
He was hitting us up, connecting with good people, just wanting some advice, wanting some words, you know what I'm saying? And we talking to her, she talking to us, you know what I'm saying? Good people connecting with good people. When she needs something, she call me. I need something, I call her. We help each other. You know what I'm saying? Good people help good people, and it keeps your business going. It helps your business. Like I said, most of the stuff that I've done came from talking to somebody else, and they told me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start PPL until Mark told me. I didn't start launch control to Keith told me. You know, I wasn't doing these different things until somebody told me, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I called such and such. They put me on that, and I jumped on it, and then boom, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So you got to connect with good people, because good people keep doing business, and they help you get to the next deal. They help you when you're in a rough spot. You know what I'm saying? You know, you need, you know, something, you know, especially like I always tell people, it's not just important to find buyers. It's important to build a relationship with buyers, because buyers have flexibility. They got money, which is big, because when you need it, you know what I'm saying? We got this deal where the guy got a $11,000 in taxes they owe, you know, and Rich was like, you know, how we gonna get that $11,000? You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, don't worry. I know a guy. You know what I'm saying? I know a guy. You know, it's like, man, when you can just call somebody and it's like, hey, man, $11,000. When you need it? Tomorrow. Okay, send me the information. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you, I mean, you know, it might be $150,000. I need $150,000. When you need it? Friday. It's like, okay, send me an email. You know what I'm saying?
Know, Byron has suffered from schizophrenia for a long time. The guy he's calling is himself. Hey, when you need it. You are dumb. Let me think about it.
You know, wow.
But no, that is actually a good point. Yeah, man, that is actually a good point. Shout out to CJ, man. But
shout out to C, man. I got C, man. What's up?
The quality of your whole business and your ability to be able to deliver to the market. We talking business, right? Your ability to be able to deliver to the market is solely dependent on the quality of people you have around you. Could you imagine an influx? So we got this program where we got these people going to come in and we're going to guarantee them they get their first deal. They just have to buy the 20 leads. So 5 people, I think it's like over 100 at this point. Actually, over 100 leads. Imagine dealing with an influx of over 100 PPL leads over whatever course of period of time with Karen. All the problems that we're going to experience, all the challenges, all the hurdles, all the humps, all of the solutions we're going to have to come, and it's all going to be funneled through us to be able to solve these problems for these people. And you got a Karen who want to disrespect you or just be mad or grumpy when she feel like it. Or you got a partner who he just so untrustworthy. It's like we can get the deal done, but you don't know if you're gonna get your bread. You don't know if you're gonna get paid or not. It's like now you worry about that. That's another problem you got to solve. So it's just like when you got good people around you, your ability to deliver, set the right expectation with the sellers and say, hey, we can do this. Talk to the buyers. Hey, I can get you when you need it. You want to close sooner. The seller said they need a little bit more time. Can we work this out? Yada, yada, yada. If you got the good people with you, that's powerful right there. Because it's a people business. This is a people business, man. Everything is a people business, honestly.
No doubt, man. And you talk about like when hard times come too. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I think Alex Get Energy posted is like they got like this group, this network of dudes where it's like if one person get down, they got other people in the group that can help them. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they stay afloat. Make sure they keep going. Make sure they keep, you know, doing stuff. Stay in business, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had situations where I've had people, you know, that had bad stuff happen to them, and it's like I'm talking people in the real estate business had bad stuff happen to them, and it's like they calling me like, man, that just had this happen so bad, da 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 da. And it's like, because they knew who I was, because they've been good to me and they good people, it's like I cut them in on a deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't even think about it at the time, but we talking about this is a $60K deal, Ty. And I say, hey, look, Ty, man, I need you to come into this deal with me, man. I think you bring the value to help me get across the line. It's a $60K deal. I get them half of it. You know what I'm saying? I get them 30 grand. 30 you know what I'm saying? 30 bones. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't even think about it like that at the time. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, I cut this person in. You know what I'm saying? It's like just being connected to people. When stuff happen, who can you go to? Because stuff gonna happen in the business. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get in bad spots. It's like being able to go to certain people that's gonna be able to direct you, gonna be able to help you, that's willing to do stuff for you. You know what I'm saying? Just like in trucking. I'm in trucking. I get in a bad spot. You know who I'm calling? Hey, Ty, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling up Ty, man. Ty gonna tell me, hey, go do this, man. When you get into this. I'm like, all right, appreciate that, Ty. I'm going and knocking it out. You know what I'm saying? I'll be going back watching Ty videos. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, man, it's always good to be connected with good people, man. That's why I'm like, in business, that's just the way it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the way it is. Why would they? Oh, Rich said, why would they shoot themselves in the foot? Don't they get a percentage? Yeah, they do.
That's why she didn't. That's why she ended up using the exact contract that Byron had. Because she was just like, after she got off her high horse, after she made him feel little to make herself feel bigger, she was just like, I need that check. Let's go and get it done. I need that bread.
Hey, most times, and she said that, she was like, I know you ain't trying to, set up a contract with this guy and then sell for low and then sell it to my buyer for high. I don't know what that's called. I'm real sleepy from working all night. I can't remember what that's called, but I know you ain't trying to do that. I'm just quiet the whole time. I just listen to her just keep rambling. I'm like, man, this lady ain't got no clue, man.
I know you ain't trying to make a profit in your business, are you?
No, right?
Exactly.
What in the world?
Dude, hey, people be so concerned with what you gonna get that it's like, dude, you need to get more of what you trying to get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, focus on your stuff. Everybody want to focus on what somebody else gonna get out of the deal.
Yeah.
Focus on what you gonna get. Do something with what you get. You know what I'm saying?
Or she's just thinking small in general. She should be like, dang, how many of these deals do you do a month? Are you regularly? Exactly. Because if we close this, a real all real real estate investor agents that work with agents that's getting their bread too, and they doing their thing, they all be like, that's what they ask me. How many deals are you doing? How can I bring you more deals? Or how can we do more deals? I'm trying to buy more deals. I work with this flipper, but I also flip some myself. Can you bring me? They always asking those type of questions. They're not like trying to penny pinch and make sure I don't get paid.
Yeah.
They not thinking like, man, how can I make sure he gets as little amount of value as possible on this? And that goes to show too, if we had needed no more proof of whether she was up here or down here, as far as, I don't mean like, I'm not trying to be like her and just put it like, say she's a small person. I'm talking about her business ability, how well she's doing in this business. Is she was so concerned with one deal and trying to control that one deal and not considering how can I get more deals. That's probably why she has a part-time job. I mean, that's why she works at Buffalo Wild Wings.
You are crazy, man. Say all that. No, Rich, no, we gonna go on to the next, man. You gonna give it some? You about to get something?
No.
She might be in the room. Let's not repeat it.
But Coach, man, this guy right here. Hey, he one of the five right here, man. This coach right here. He said, better than me. I guess he told when I ain't say that to her, I ain't jump on it. He said, better than me. I think it's because they take a test. I do think they had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? They done took a little test. You know what I'm saying?
That's what make them feel like they're better than you, though, is taking that little test.
Yeah. She made it seem like I'm dumb. You're dumb. I'm smart.
Yeah.
I'm a pro. You're nobody. Listen to me.
I ain't gonna lie, man. There have been plenty of times.
Coach said Mike give him all the he would have gotten all the business from me.
You said coach. You call him coach?
Yeah, we used to coach together. We used to coach together back in the day.
Listen, I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
man.
lie, coach. There have been a couple times where, yeah, I'm gonna let you have it. I don't let him have it, but I walk away like, dude. Because also, just if that one buyer want to buy it, somebody else want to buy it. That's a
Mm-hmm.
fact.
Sure. For
So it's just
sure.
like
For
we could
sure.
always find another buyer, but it's just like let's move forward with speed. And if you walk around in this, and I'm not telling you because nothing I say can convince you otherwise. You got to experience that or make your mind up on your own. I've been there, but if you walk around with an ego, it's like and you got to do that. Everything becomes about that. And
Mm-hmm.
so when she trying to insult your ego and you like, man, hold on, I gotta inflate my ego back up because she done press it down. Then it becomes a whole lot more about that and less about you business and doing a job and getting deals done. That's probably why she's where she's at. It's because her whole thing is making herself feel important as opposed to just providing value. That's what this
Yeah.
business is about. And so it's just like, all right, sometimes you'll bite your tongue, swallow your pride, and it doesn't make you less of a person. Actually, it makes you a bigger person because you're showing grace and
Yeah.
mercy when she clearly don't know what she's talking about. Yes, man, I got it. I got it. Can we do the deal? I forgot, Grant Cardone said that. He said the sellers will say whatever, and he'd be like, "Yep, you're absolutely right. Can you sign right here, please?" I Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Sign right here. You know what I mean? It's just like you all right, sign right here. You know what I'm saying? Let's go and get it done.
Exactly. So, Rich, I've been running my business for 4 years to focus on relationships over money. But boy, have I got a lot of backlash from other people that run a business that doesn't believe in that. Yeah, no doubt, man. You're gonna have people that don't believe in whatever, however you're trying to run your business, especially when you're talking about building relationships, man. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with that too. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with people that don't, that might think that, oh no, that person, da 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 da. But man, I'm telling you, man, it's all about relationships. When you build the right ones with the right people,
Mm-hmm.
it's going, it does nothing but take you up, man. You
Yeah.
know,
You
I,
definitely can scale. You definitely can scale that way. You can
yeah,
scale with
Yeah.
really good relationships. It's hard to scale if you know what I'm saying,
But
with that
that also
negativity and all that stuff.
Richard's defining the point is at all levels of the business at level one, like think about it like a video game or whatever, at all levels, everybody on that level got a set like a way of thinking, right? And so there's some people who would disagree with the 10x mentality. You ain't got to go that hard. There's a group of people in business, in the same business that we're in, that would say, well, it's about, having freedom and chilling with my family. How can I work a 3 hour week, a 3 hour work week and accomplish more? When 10X said, man, how can I work 120 hours in a week? How can I work more hours in the week because I love what I do? And so
yeah,
they would clash. There are people who think that doing what it takes to stand on your commitment. There are people who would say that if we get close to the goal but we don't reach it, we should drop the goal. Where 10x rule says don't decrease the goal, increase your action. There's always going to be a bunch of people that's going to say. It just reminds me of that one story where he's talking about he's got a friend who say, "Man, I like to stay small so people can't see me. I like to stay small so I stay off the radar." There's a lot of people who would try to convince you that that's the way to go. And
Yeah.
they'll tell you because it's the most sincere advice that they have. They're telling you from the deepest part of their heart, like, this is the best advice I've given myself. So I'll share it with you. You want to stay small and don't be seen. So that way nobody's trying to bother you or come after what you know. It's like, yeah, whatever. But then you talk to somebody else and they're like, man, I want to be seen. I need to get known.
Yeah.
So I only say that to say there's going to be a numerous different rules across the table that you'll find different people will be like, well, no, that's not how you do it. It's just like, yeah, but what is the top and where do you want to take this? If you want to take it to the top, you need to be listening only to the people who have what you want out of life. It's like there even stuff that I be fighting with. I'm like, oh my, we can't do it like that. And Byron be like, yeah, we can. I'm like, but Byron,
yeah.
that's not how I think. That's how it's like. But Byron, I've been technically doing longer, but Byron, his trajectory has been like way better than mine. It's like I need to be listening to what I need to be doing what he talking about. And even if I'm
I
arguing,
don't know about that, dude.
I'm like, well, I don't need to be like, man, stuff is going wrong. Man, forget it. Nah, just stick with it anyway. And it's
Yeah.
focus on acquisition, customer acquisition, more than uh, client attainment and acquisition, more than customer satisfaction, and trying to do it perfectly. It's just like I don't need to be trying to do it perfectly. Sometimes setbacks will happen. Sometimes we'll miss the walkthrough, and the timing don't work out. Let's just reschedule the walkthrough. You ain't got to throw no fit. Just reschedule walkthrough. But it's just like I'm like, man, we're supposed to do this perfect every time. It don't happen perfect every time. But even
Right.
within myself, I'm arguing like, no, don't think that way. So there will always be people who try to put, and they're not bad people, Richard. They're not trying to limit you. They think that they're giving you their best advice. They
Yeah.
think that they're helping you because that's the advice that they take for themselves.
Right. They
Notice
got
that people
limits and they trying to put those limits on you sometimes. They don't know any better. They just telling you
exactly
what that way
they
they
don't.
wanna they feel like they trying to get you to so they don't have to be like, I see, I told you so.
Yeah.
They trying to set you for that. And
They really
I
is.
like I know how that is because I'm around so many people so much that are like that. And a lot of times I just listen. They'll like today I was talking to somebody and they was like, man, I'm not trying. We was talking about like he was talking about he has like some friends or people he knew that like hide money and stuff because they don't want their money in the bank because he's got this theory that if you got too much money in the bank, then the government will start trying to do stuff to you and stuff. So he was like, I always wondered why they didn't have their money back. And I was like, well, I don't keep a lot of money in the bank because money in the bank don't grow. It's like that's me
Yeah.
putting into a house or me putting into a mutual fund. So I
Yeah,
mean that's simple. You can't beat inflation. So I might as well put my money somewhere where I can get more percentage than versus where I'm not gonna get the percentage. That's you know what I mean? And he like, yeah, but I'm telling you this, these guys been doing business for 50 years and this and that and that. I'm like, "Oh, okay. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
exactly. That's a good example, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, and again, they're not necessarily. And I'm gonna be real too. This is probably what you won't get a lot of people saying. I've been that person. I think if I look back through my entire life, I've went through just about every emotion that like all of this is really human. And I think maybe if you're not like that in business, you might look at it like, man, how am I like that though? Like with my family, or even with your child. Like your child, I don't have kids, so I'm. It's more of a question I'm posing. It's like, are you like that with your kids though? And you put like your limits on them. Sometimes you like, man, I probably shouldn't. Nah, you can't do that because I tried that when I was your, and I don't know. I
Yeah.
think about that all the time when I'm thinking ahead, like when I have kids. But I'm just like, anything that's human is not alien to me. Like
Yeah.
I could be that negative lady sometimes. That lady was negative and she was just having a bad week and she was miserable. She might have just been having a bad day. You catch her on the right day, she'd have been a lot more cooperative. I've had
Yeah.
bad days before.
Yeah.
When somebody get on my line, I'm just like, dude, I've been in that position. I don't do it as like more, and I'm always trying to check myself, and I'm always trying to remind myself. But there's sometimes where I be like, "Hey, chill out." I remember even telling Jaden, like Jaden call me, text me, call me, text me. I'm like, Jade, you don't, or he calling the buyers like 1,000 times. I'm like, Jade, don't. It's like, nah, I need do that. Don't let me put that limitation on you. Like, don't let me act like that's a problem. Like, you need to be. That's a good job. And ultimately, it helped us get a hold of the buyer. You know what I mean? So it's just like
Yeah, that
I'm.
persistence.
Sometimes I'm the guy who's putting limits, and I got to remind. Hold on, don't do that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I'm doing the right thing by somebody, but I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think what you was talking about earlier, like shoot, with me, I mean, I never ran no business. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think about what type of person I am. Like, dude, I never had anything go really perfect for me. And it probably darn near any part of my life. You know what I'm saying? From growing up all the way through, nothing was ever perfect, and I never really like tried to make stuff perfect. You know what I'm saying? I was I failed classes my whole life. Not my whole life, but all the way up through to high school, I failed classes. So I've been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You know what I'm saying? So, I've dealt even like being a teacher. It's like, okay, it's like you go through ups and downs, you go through stuff being right, stuff being wrong, and you just keep pedaling. You know what I'm saying? You just keep pedaling, keep pedaling, keep pedaling, keep pedaling, keep pedaling. That's the only thing I know is just keep pedaling. Like stuff gonna go wrong, stuff gonna go bad, like in business. You know what I'm saying? Stuff gonna go wrong, stuff gonna go bad. Stay the course. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up. Don't sweat this stuff and that stuff. Just stay the course. You stay the course, control the controllables at that point going forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I was talking like with Caretha. Caretha was calling up, was like, man, I'm on this number lead, and I had da 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 da. This happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. You know, she was talking about all the stuff that happened with the leads that she had bought. I'm looking at, but you got 13, you got 13 more to buy. You know,
you keep pushing forward, pretty much.
Hey, did she tell you? Did she hit you up though?
She hit me up. I was like, hey, trying to tell you. I was like, ain't no way Caretha get 20 of them leads and ain't get that. Ain't no way. There's no way possible. It's like, man, if you get 20 leads and ain't getting that, man, I need to start thinking. I really got to start looking at something. You know what I'm saying? But that's my thing. It's like, I definitely don't look at what has happened. I look at, okay, what's in front of us. You know what I'm saying? How can we do, you know, what's in front of us? How can we make what's in front of us successful? You know what I'm saying? And if we doing all the right stuff, let's stay the course. You know what I'm saying? Let's just stay the course.
Hey, where did that come from? Where did that come from for you to be able to do that? You said have to be able to like keep pushing forward, see what's in front of us versus trying to dwell on what's behind us. Where'd you get that from?
Man, I really don't know. Probably from just playing so much ball, really. You know what I'm saying? Really probably football more than anything. You know, we're dealing with that so much in a game. It's almost like you watch games on Sundays, team down at halftime, you miss the rest of the game, you're like, hold on, man, they can't make me win that game. You know what I'm saying? It's like you be down, man. You just have to stay the course, stay the course, stay the course. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or you know, going through so many summer workouts where it's like you feel like you're about to die, but if you just stay the course, you just get through it. You know what I'm saying? And just in general, man. I mean, my daddy went to work every single day. I never heard him complain. I never heard him say I was tired. I never knew my daddy to be tired. It's like, dude, like, what? It's like, how are you never tired? You had to be tired at some point.
Yeah.
I never knew it.
Yeah.
I've never heard
his mission was bigger than his feelings.
Yeah, I never heard my mama say he tired. Daddy never said he was tired. He just always was consistent, stay the course. He gonna do what he always do. So, like in my life, even my wife talk about like, dude, you just keep doing the same stuff. Like you good at just staying here. You know what I'm saying? I don't go too far this way. I don't go too far that way. I stay boom and stay on course. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I ever saw. You know, the only thing I ever saw was my daddy go to work every single day. The only thing I saw him do is come home every single day. All I saw him do is be the same person, work hard, treat you the same every day. Never treated you different. He was never a different person. Never a different person. So that's all I ever knew is to be the same person all the time. You know, so I think that's probably where I got it from, man. And I was just seeing it. He never talked to me about it. Like my dad said, hey, you got to be the same person every day. You got to.
It's the action, man.
The examples go far, man. That's what I was talking about earlier when I was just like, they hear me talk, but yeah, definitely. But and like even with my uncle, when I talk about my uncle, like when this is my dad's close friend, but he been so, you know, around in my life for so long that we family.
Yeah.
But I tell him like you have no idea. Like y'all don't. I mean, I don't know if it seems like it. I think I'm pretty like you wouldn't be able to know. Like I done been in some crazy situations in my life. I should be just completely thrown off. Y'all know. Think of the stereotypical young dude today. I should be that. I should be selling drugs. I should be I should have at least been locked up. I should be tattoos all over my face. That literally is my actual father is that. You know what I'm saying? No shade to him, but that's what he is. But my uncle, they became friends in a turn of events. But seeing him, the way he would do that, that's exactly how he was. Like I remember we used to go to his house. He had like the nice house. He was like Uncle Byron. He had the nice big
Boy,
house.
stop.
He always went to work. He went to work consistently. And I was telling him the other day when I saw him, I was just like, I never forget how he had a playroom for the kids. Like he had one son, but he had enough to take care of me and his son and my cousin when we would come over there. And we'd be playing all late into the night. And he would just disappear at one point. He would just disappear. And I'm like, where did he go? He went to sleep. He went to sleep at the same time. He didn't announce it. He didn't say, hey, everybody, I'm going to make a big deal. I'm about to go. He just went to sleep, woke up well before us, and he went to his job. And he never talked about his job. He never did it. He just went to work, and it kept everything going. And just seeing that, being able to be in the same room as that, dude, that's a powerful force. Like, you never know what effect you have on people. Like, Ty, you might not ever know, or you might be able to realize it, just the fact that the way like the way you think, the way you do the trucks and invest in a real estate, the way you are in a committed relationship, what that's going to do to your son over the course of his entire life. Like you might not know, but just being able to see it and be there around it, dude, I'm telling you, that made the whole difference. And a couple other experiences in my life. But if I deny that, I'm telling you, dude, it was 50-50. Sometimes it was 60. It was all the dice for me. Like I've done some dumb stuff. I've done some dumb stuff that by God's grace, by the grace of God, like literally just like sheer mercy on the ignorance in my life, I'm able to be like, okay, at least I'm trying in this direction. I'm here and I'm talking about real estate, and I'm not like trying to be a rapper or just lost. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, it's rolling the dice. So you never know. All you gotta do is be around it. It's a blessing to be able to know, like, have real good male figures in your life that was able to show some level of consistency. Because I got friends. Tell me y'all don't got friends who didn't have like any male in their life, like none whatsoever, that was consistent doing something. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Complete, like they have no clue that that's up, that's down. They don't know which way is up or nothing. Tell you that make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. And I think that's kind of speaks to the same thing, even with like what we're doing in real estate. It's like being around, seeing it. It's like I was saying, like I didn't get my first deal until I connected with the person who had that experience. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you are around, when you get around the right people, you get around people that's doing deals, you start doing deals. You know what I'm saying? You got to put yourself in that atmosphere. You know, I think that's a big thing, man. Putting yourself in that atmosphere is huge. And that's why I'm talking to people, like I was telling Cordero about somebody that's trying to get started. One of the biggest things trying to get started is connecting with somebody who are already gone. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest things of getting started is connecting with somebody who is already started. It's like, that's one of the biggest things.
Yeah, dude, that's major. Because it's like, if you want to be a doctor, you gotta go. They got like it's a track for that. Like we all know, you first of all you got to go to school, pick the right school that specialize in a particular. And I'm talking about a medical MD. Pick the right school that specializes in a particular area or specialty you want to go in, and then go there. You spend your 10 years, and then you got to get around doctors. You got to do a residency for a certain amount of years. There ain't no school for this. For traditional, like I don't want to say traditional, because you can go to business school, but like even outside of that, there really ain't no track like to guarantee you in business. That's going to guarantee you're going to be able to go wholesale or invest in real estate or flip or invest in general. There's people who invested and was in the business for 30 years, and then 2008 came and they lost everything. Like there's no guarantee. there's no like certainty about any of this. But one thing I can say is like it that's one thing if I had to create a curriculum and I say this is a must do, just like you must go to school to become a doctor, you must graduate, you must pass the MCAT, I think is what it's called, the MCAT, and you must do your you must get, and I'm talking about real life, to where you can contact them, like you can have a conversation with them. You must figure out a way to connect with people who are a person who is really doing this business. You have to do that. You have to do that because all of just watching the YouTube videos from afar ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Just watching all the YouTube. I did the YouTube University, and I realized a lot of cats that do that, they think they have an idea, but they don't.
Yeah.
Like your boy, whoever that was that came in and was asking Byron, and was just like, "Hey Byron, what's your net worth?" He's asking Byron all type of crazy questions. I was like, "Dude, you've been watching a lot of YouTube videos." Watching a lot of YouTube videos, bro, and just like, that's not gonna cut it. Even reading books is not gonna cut it. But I would say watch YouTube videos and read books. Ooh, Cass, I got you. But connect with somebody. Shout out to Cass. I got you, bro.
Or check your DM on IG, man. Check your DMs, man.
Yeah.
We got the deal. He just woke up, went ate just now eating his breakfast over there in Cali, man. You know what I'm saying? They just getting started over there. So he just getting into work. So he hit you up as soon as he get in.
Nah, you got Cass messed up. Everybody in Cali just woke up. Cass just getting out of the dialer after a 4-hour spin in that dialer. Now he about to get to it. About to get to the text messages. Yeah.
Oh man. Ray said, "Don't focus on the problem, on the solutions, man." Yeah, no doubt, man. Focus on moving forward for sure. But shoot, man, we've been at this thing an hour and 12 minutes, dude. That's crazy. Like, dude, it's our Friday, man. Man, you got time on this thing, man.
We might need to have Ty on here every day. I don't know, Ty. You just help with the flow of things. Ty asks the right questions, be having me think.
I'm telling you, man. Ty, I do feel like that conversation is elevated. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I love being on here with you guys, man. It's my favorite part of the week, though. I ain't even lie. Hey, I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is. I was checking my phone. I'm in bed. My wife checking my phone. Like, dang, it's 8:00. Ain't nobody text me. I'm like, I see some Discord messages. I'm going to the Discord. I'm like, let me go put a notification on Cordero's Facebook. Show me when they go live. And I know they ain't counting him without me.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
dude. But say, how are you the only buff truck driver I know?
Nah, I ain't buff, man. I just be.
Hey, Tommy, you the AI fool, man.
Hey, that dude Jerome. That's who was buff. Remember Jerome from the meetup?
Oh yeah.
That's buff. You see Jerome? That's
that just got some swole stuff. Hey, Tommy using the AI, man. You got a big fool, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So, but shoot, man, we've been on this thing for a minute, man. Dude, Ty, I'm telling you, man, we might have to try to summons you, for some extra days.
Yeah, come tap in with you guys, man.
Yeah, sprinkle you in here and there, man, because man, that conversation get to going, man. Time with this thing, man.
Hey, I'll be available.
Yeah, for sure, man. We're gonna have to sprinkle you in. Let us know when you're available. Just hit us up. You know what I'm saying? I really, I be sitting here like, dang, Cordero hit me up. I'm like, shoot, okay. You know what I'm saying? I hit Cordero up, like, man, I'm finna go live. Most of the time when I'm finna go live, it's like, I just, I've been dealing with the kids. Next thing you know, it's like, man, I got a minute. I better go ahead and do it. So
late. He be going late. I'd be like, man, when he dang. How many times he's like, man, I'm about to go live. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Try to get on here like I wasn't asleep. Sometimes I can't.
Dude, man, it'd be crazy, man. But hey, we've been hitting that live every day, every weekday, man.
Hey,
every weekday,
man.
Well, hey, it's gonna be one of these days where you be like, hey, Ty, I'm tapped out. Byron tapped out. Go ahead and do the
Ty. Just take it, Ty. Take it, Ty. You got to jump on here, man, and deal with these people. But shoot, man, let's shout out to people who came through, man. Shout out to Rich. Rich, man. Rich always coming through. Mr. Phil Banks himself. Did we have some other Banks? There was another Banks. It was Phil Banks and it was somebody else that came through.
Might have been Claude Banks. Or Ray,
something
Ray
like that. Yeah.
Ray's boom boom room.
Dude, it's crazy,
Claude.
man. It was
Claude.
Yes. Shout out to Jade, man. Jade came through. I got Rolex came through tonight, man.
Yeah, Rolex came through.
Carl with 32 years of experience in real estate came through. I got C, man. That's my video editor right there, man. He came through. And then Coach Lovejoy came through, man. This is the first time I've seen Coach up in here. So shout out to Coach. Cass, man. Cass came through. Shout out to Cass. And all my people on IG. All my people on IG that came through. We appreciate y'all. Man, shout out to do what? Oh man, Caretha that made it. I'll finish out Caretha anyway because she got that deal on the contract. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
shout out Caretha. But listen, Caretha the type of person that'll call you to ask you for some advice, and then by the time you get off the phone, she done gave you so much advice. You like, why did she?
Yeah.
Did she know I needed her?
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hey, yeah. Man, when Caretha hit your phone, you're like, man, I like, hold on, stop. Hold on. Like, you gotta stop, man. You gotta, man. Caretha hit your phone, you're like, man, I gotta take this, you know. But yeah, man, shout out to Caretha, man. She be putting in that work. Mm-hmm. You know when she call you, she talking about some business. And like what Daryl say, she called me talking about stuff. By the end of the call, she put me to work. You know what I'm saying? It's like she done broke down all my stuff. I'm like, man, I need to go figure my life out around this love. Exactly.
You get off the phone with one of the good problems. You like, man, I ain't got it. I don't have anything together like I did. But now
exactly,
Breather the type to take her car to the mechanic just to use his tools. Look, let me show you what to do. Look, put that right there. I'm telling you now. Goodness, thank you. And it's crazy what you said earlier, Byron, about like all of that YouTube, even now, even at this stage of business, you need to get around people who are doing it and who have tapped into something, because it's like Caretha or Keithon or somebody like that. Those people will be the ones that help you get to the next level. You doing it, I'm doing it. Like I'm cold calling and I got my VA cold calling and all that, but she got it down to a science, a science. But it's not something I heard on YouTube. It's not theoretical stuff that I read in a book. It's what she's doing now that actually works. You see what I'm saying? That's the power in it. It's what's she's like, oh, I can tell you my numbers. That's the power that we get now from connecting with people. So she can call us and be like, okay, so how many leads I need to buy? And in the back of her top, she like, I done paid for 7 leads, top dollar for these 7 leads.
Yeah.
Actually. And then we can say, all right, first of all, bring the bid, you know what I'm saying? Do this, do that, do this, do that. And then you don't need to be worried until about this much. So we can reset her expectation. And likewise, and then lo and behold, we ain't gotta get all the way off into that, but just know, Aretha, I think, and I don't want to put words in people's mouth, but I think she's gonna take me out to dinner after she closed this next one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like that.
Man, Caretha, man, she be on it, dude. Like I said, I'm like, man, what she be doing, man, it's everything I really need. You know what I'm saying? It's like she be asking me questions. I'm like, dude, I need Caretha to come break down my bit. I need to present my stuff to Caretha and let Caretha just tear my stuff apart and just be like, look, man, you dude, man, Caretha be coming straighten all my stuff out, man. Like, dude, I be a well-oiled machine. You know what I'm saying? It's like what I don't even know if I even watched that movie Cars, but on that movie Cars, when the car get messed up, he has to go to a place and get fixed up. He come out of that thing, man. Man, you come out of that thing, you ready to go, dude. You ready to go.
Cool. It busts you up like it's like the pit stop, stopping by Caretha, but know what I'm
And
saying?
she go through that thing, fix your jump. Man,
Because
she been coming.
one thing I realize is, and this is something I'll say because we was talking about it, but the numbers type people, that's how you can scale once you get your business down to math. Not even just to a science, but to a math. X
Yeah.
amount input equals X amount output. And you can control the variables to tighten
Man,
them up. But once you get a hold of those, when your business is unpredictable and you don't know how many cold calls it takes to close a deal, you don't know how many leads you got to buy to close a deal. So some months is inconsistent, some months is here, some months is down there because you don't got the math down pat.
yeah.
But that's the reason why KPIs aren't just important because they sound fun and because it sounds cool and I'm just a professional. That's like when people grow their business, they get to a certain point, they're like, man, we need office space because you don't always need office space. That's kind of
Yeah.
a luxury. There's a lot of things that are just a luxury. We need a ping pong table in here. That's a luxury. But
Yeah.
you do need to know your KPIs. That's not a
Yeah.
luxury. It's actually what makes it a business. And that's going to save you as an entrepreneur. I don't want to say solopreneur, but as an entrepreneur who's in this business, it's going to save you from the feast or famine model and the
Yeah.
unpredictability and just not being able to scale and grow because you have the number. Now you know exactly what you need to do. Carithas is a numbers woman.
No doubt, man. She numbers and ideas on top of numbers. Usually people that come with numbers, they don't have the ideas to go with
Yeah.
the numbers. Usually they
Yeah.
have number, but she go out. She inside the box and outside the box. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's crazy, man. Shout out to Caretha, man. Shout out to Caretha. We can go on and on, man. But good, man. But John says, "Dang, I miss y'all tonight. Had a load to pick up and fell asleep."
Dang.
Sound like a trucker to me, man.
That sound like a truck driver situation right there.
Sound like a truck driver situation
Yeah,
out there.
John said, I believe it the day before yesterday, John said that's what he do, man. He truck
Yeah.
and John's the one with that 3K mortgage, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, that's right, man. That's right. Driving trucks, got 3K mortgage, got wife, kids, deal. That's what's up, man. Hey, out there putting in that work, man. Out there putting in that work. But shoot, man, we finna get out of this thing, man. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate everybody coming through. Rich getting started cold calling, man. Shout out to Rich, man. He's still grinding. But man, we'll be back Monday putting this thing together, man. We'll be back on Monday. It's gonna be crazy because we getting started with the first deal guarantee, man. I'm looking, hey, we trying to lock up a deal for somebody next week. You know what I'm saying? Week 1.
It's only a matter of how quickly they start the what are you doing? Lead
Need to sell my house fast.
you doing need to sell my house fast?
Property leads.
Property leads. That's what we're doing, right? Property leads. It's only a matter of how fast property leads start to send them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, come on, that's crazy.
Hey, but I tell you what, Laura's getting really good at getting these people on the phone.
Oh yeah.
She blasting people, man.
She hitting them with that jade treatment.
Exactly.
Hey,
she hit her with that jade treatment. I gave her a little formula. We talked about it. Gave her a little formula, how and she hit them up, dude. It's like, dude, you better answer this phone. So,
right.
Yeah, she been able to get people on the phone, man. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So, but shoot, man, we'll see y'all on Monday, man. Ty, we'll see you on Sunday. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. Until Monday, peace out.
Yeah.